4 years, my dad and sister secretly planned to kill me to get their hands on the family fortune. I found their hidden conversations on Christmas Eve, laughing about how easy it would be to make it look like an accident. I didn't call the police. Instead, I started planning my own revenge that would leave them both begging for mercy. My name's Jake, I'm 32, and this is the story I'll never say out loud, but one I need to let go of before it kills me quietly like they almost did. I've always been the dependable one. The good son. The quiet problem solver. The one who stayed. From the outside, our home looked like something out of a lifestyle blog. Brick porch, perfect lawn, my mom's rose garden that won ribbons at the fair. Inside, it was a house of glass. Thin. Brittle. Full of hairline fractures no one talked about. When I was 15, my mom died of cancer. The kind that gives you hope for 6 months and then takes it all away in a week. At her funeral, I waited for my dad to break down. He didn't. He put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Guess you're the woman of the house now, huh?" And that was that. Childhood, over. I took care of everything after that. My little sister Emma was only 9. I packed her lunches. I learned how to braid her hair from YouTube. I held her hand during nightmares and sat outside her door during panic attacks. I watched my own grades slip so hers wouldn't. My dad. He worked, drank, watched TV. He was never cruel. Just absent in a way that left bruises you couldn't see. I graduated early. Could have left. I got into a top school across the country. But I stayed. Local campus. Took 2 part-time jobs. Paid bills. Cleaned. Cooked. Cried in silence. People told me, "You're so selfless, Jake." I wasn't. I was just scared of what would happen to Emma if I stopped. When she turned 18, I gave her half my savings for her first apartment. Bought her a car. Paid for her therapy when Dad refused. She called me big brother and second mom in one. I didn't have a life. But I thought, at least I matter to them. At least I'm needed. That lie kept me warm for years. 2 Christmases ago, that lie died. Emma came home from Chicago with her tech bro boyfriend. Fake smile, crypto watch, no soul. Dad was drunk by noon, distant by dinner. The house smelled like cinnamon and old wounds. I was cleaning up after dinner, as usual, when I picked up Emma's phone by mistake. Same case as mine. I was about to set it down when a text popped up from Dad. "It's all set. January 12th. Cabin trip." She won't see it coming. My fingers froze. I opened it. I shouldn't have. But I did. And I read everything. They weren't just planning a trip. They were planning to kill me. Long messages. Details. Time. Location. Even how they'd make it look like an accident. She hikes alone. 1 push is all it takes. Insurance pays more if it's accidental. She's too soft. She won't fight back. They'd been coordinating for months. Emma called me emotionally codependent in one message. My dad said I was a deadweight, just sitting on the family money. The trust fund my mom left behind, meant for us, would default to Emma if I died first. She'd get the house. He'd get the payout. They joked about how easy it would be. Laughed. Called me the golden goose who lays the last egg with a thud. I sat on the cold tile floor while Christmas music played in the background. They laughed in the living room. And I realized I was completely, utterly alone. But I didn't say a word. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't show my hand. I just watched, listened, and started planning. The next day, I hugged them both. Told Emma I'd love to go on the cabin trip. Smiled at Dad while he made eggs like nothing happened. They didn't know I'd already contacted a lawyer friend in Oregon and sent him a sealed envelope labeled, "Open if I disappear after January 12th. They didn't know I'd drained the trust account 2 weeks earlier and moved the money to a foreign-held LLC. Quiet. Legal. Untraceable. They didn't know I'd found the burner email they used. The insurance policy Dad forged. The fake signature. I printed everything. Stored it in 6 places. They thought I was still their little errand boy. But something had shifted. January 12th. Emma picked me up. Cheerful. Fake. We drove up to the cabin, same one we'd been going to since we were kids. Snow started falling by the time we got there. Dad was coming later. I didn't unpack. The first night was normal. Cocoa, board games, small talk. She offered to make us drinks. I watched her closely. She kept looking at my phone, as if waiting for a signal. The next morning, she suggested a hike. I said yes. Halfway up the ridge, she slowed down. Looked back at me. Just for a second, but I saw it. The decision. The calculation. She stepped closer and said, "I'm really glad you came." I nodded, and said softly, "You should go back now." She blinked. "What?" I stepped closer. "Because the cops already have the emails. The forged policies. Everything. You're not going to jail today. But it's coming. You should spend your last free days doing something better than this." She froze. Eyes wide. Mouth open. I walked past her. Never looked back. I didn't go home after that. I checked into a hotel under a different name. Cancelled my phone. Closed every shared account. Transferred the last of my money to a new country. Left my apartment furnished with a note. It was never mine anyway. Keep it. Then I disappeared. No call. No confrontation. No revenge. Just silence. They panicked. Left voicemails. Emma sobbed. Dad threatened. By week 3, they stopped calling. By month 2, their accounts were frozen. Insurance fraud investigation. House in foreclosure. Emma's boyfriend bailed. They still don't know where I am. They won't. This isn't a revenge story. It's a freedom story. It's what happens when you realize love isn't real if it comes with a leash. That blood doesn't excuse betrayal. That silence isn't weakness, it's clarity. So if you're still setting yourself on fire to keep others warm, listen. Start packing. Quietly. Don't warn them. Don't explain. Just walk away. And don't look back. We're almost at 1K subs. If you're reading this, you can help push us over the edge. Hit that subscribe button and be part of the day ones. Let's grow together.